The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. We're getting paid. People are cashing checks.
Here we go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. And his first pass is incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here we go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 3rd down, Burrow. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Ready. 52 blasted.
Time to shine, fellas.
Steal. Check steal.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Watch out now. 52.
Get out of here with a win, oh!
To throw on 2nd down. Hanson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling so now you get a team working together, and you get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one.
Now Burrow loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. try to find a place to cover up and slip out and protect what you've earned.
Down inside the 5-4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. They'll run with Hall. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Control the line of scrimmage. Control it.
Back to throw. Hansen. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, you're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people call them natural screens, but this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short gain.
From the 4 now, third and goal. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, fourth down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
Come on, guys, dig deep.
Dig that kick.
Johnson's kick is good. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground.
Why does this even have to happen?
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Hansen. He'll buy some time right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Keep up with our attack. Defense can't stop you.
Looking to throw. Hansen. They'll roll that right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely looking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
From the 4, it's second and a couple.
Right, safety.
Back to throw. Hansen. Touchdown. Breece Hall from 4 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And Johnson's extra point. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second down, they'll run it here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a while.
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
A start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Get up already. Garbage!
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on that one to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
In it to win it.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll drop to throw. Oh, no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
This could be the turning point. Right here could be the turning point. Woo! Down.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Ready. Red, cycle. Come on, halfback. Blaster, stick. Red, yellow.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 22. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
That's what we do. That is what we do. It could be worse, but I feel like... I'm one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT. In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Burrow. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's 2nd and 9.
11 empty.
Burrow looking to pass. Incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And Burrow going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try to make some plays in their backfield.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Get a few yards to this spot. Let's go. I want to see your TD celebration dance. Down the field, offense.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hanson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown. Eagles. A great effort there. 59 yards. And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series. They need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. To throw again on second down. Burrow buying time to his left. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it'll be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Here's Hall again. It's a and good vision there as he's across midfield. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big play.
And he lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 50. And that will extend their lead even further. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Tighten up defense.
Now Burrow on first down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11 and 10, paint. 11 and 10, paint.
Now it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 2nd down and 3. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
11 Thomas.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. In motion, Hill. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jets are going to have it here as they start at their own 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them, but I'm quite sure.
Throw across his body, and it's intercepted. Something to brag about following this one. Each with a pick 6 today.
Yeah, even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They'll try and run it here. And it's incomplete. And a flag is down here, so hang on. down. Let's see what we've got. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Ready.
Run that ball downfield, son. Come on, now. Run that ball downfield.
Now Hall to start. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quinnen Williams. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. And he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again. Quinnen Williams, 2 plays in a row now. He has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right down the brink right there.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead is Hall. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Hall again on 2nd down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.